Still, I've got one of the best stories. I've told you this many times, but I would sleep scream
all the time. No, don't. Mate, you woke my mum up one of the first times you ever stayed at mine. I'll never, ever forget. My mum isn't like the biggest deep sleeper. So like she hears something, she'd wake up. I don't know what happened. I remember being told though, Mum was just like, I remember Luke being like, no, don't touch me. Leave me like, and Mum's like, what the fuck? He's like, jumps up. She just sees like Luke. He's like, no, don't touch me. It's like, mate, what is, no wonder you don't sleep well. I'm going to be honest with you. You've been scarred as a kid. Something has happened. There's some trauma, I reckon.
People would tell. There was a moment when I went away with a mate and we went down to the beach and it was just me and him. And the plan was to get dinner, go down to the beach. And then he's like, man, let's just crash in my van. Like, it's going to be cool. And he set up the van and everything. And I crashed. And it was a very tight space. And and we somehow found like I don't know if we found it or grabbed, but there was oranges in the
oranges.
In there was oranges,
bloody oranges.
And what happened was in the middle of the night, I didn't wake up because I was already asleep, but I pretty much grabbed hold of all the curtains, ripped them down, started screaming and like throwing the oranges at him. I'm like, get me out. And we're parked in front of someone's house because like you can't find parking anywhere. So we're sleeping out the front of this dude's house and I'm just clawing at everything going, how? Get me out. But the worst one, by far the worst one, was when I was a kid and this was the most realistic dream that was so bad. I had one of those bunk beds where the bottom isn't a bunk, it's a desk.
Yeah. I was always envious of that as a kid.
Yeah,
I was
so
jealous.
Cool. And I went up to the top of my bed and obviously I go to bed and I had doors that would go out the back of my property to the veranda.
Yes.
Right? So I had this dream that two men opened those doors and were competing against each other to get up the top of my bunk and take off my pajamas.
Sorry, you didn't laugh. Like, it's just so fucking random.